Hello everyone, welcome to Jargus Ranger Review. This time we'll be looking at the 21st episode of Power Rangers Ninja Steel, Galvanax Rises. And oh my, was this a fun one. First of all, we pick up right at the end of the last episode where Odious and Galvanax steal Victor and Monty's super magnet that can attract the Ninja Steel to it, and he puts it on top of his Galaxy Warriors trophy, and those two are captured onto the ship. And the Rangers find him right away and start to fight him, except one by one, fighting the Basher bots, he steals one of the power stars and they each get captured, till only Brody is left. And at which point Mick runs up and slashes at him with his father's sword, Brody's father's sword that is, and they have one star left, aside from his Red Ranger Power Star, which is the Megamorph cycle, which we haven't seen since episode 4 when it got introduced. And so they flee the scene so they can regroup, while the others are on the Warrior Dome. Meanwhile, Odious is having Levi and Monty build a Mega Magnet to defeat Galvanax. Unfortunately, they also learn that she plans to use it to destroy the Rangers. And it's already complete. And they've been feeding them some alien slop, for some reason. So the two decide to grab a Kudabot outfit and just sneak off and find a way to escape. But now back on Earth, Galvanax has cornered Brody and Mick, until Brody gets a little bit of a flashback from his childhood. Remember when the Prism first appeared, and his father destroyed it. Because Galvanax has an ultimatum. Either give up the star, and he has the power stars on his belt of all things, or he will destroy all the Rangers. Which of course he should have done anyway, but still, holding him hostage is a good strategy. And Brody decides he's gonna protect the star power just like his father did. So he decides he's going to destroy it, so he throws it up and just slices it straight through. That may actually be a real sword he used. That creates an explosion of energy, and the Prism appears in its place where he and Mick was. But this time, there are 3 Red Ranger Power Stars, to which everyone is surprised. The Rangers and Galvanax. But then 2 of those Ranger Stars start glowing and they shoot out. They knock down Galvanax and, well as the bots that are holding Rangers captive, and that gives them the chance to escape, along with knocking out his belt. But to make matters worse, the 3rd one comes out as well and hits Galvanax. And when they reveal who's under the helmets, we have Brody, and we now have Mick as in the Red Ranger outfit, along with Levi and Brody's father. He was inside the Prism being healed after he was injured from the explosion. So that's something. And they have a happy reunion. You know, this is 2 series in a row where there was a father figure trapped inside of another alien source. I mean, first we had Tyler's father, almost forgot his name, inside, and now we have Brody's. Anyway, a battle ensues and Galvanax is not happy at all, till he decides, well, there's more than one way to get the power of Ninja Steel, so he melts it down inside the trophy, and then drinks it into his body. And he becomes extremely more powerful, just sending dark energy blast after blast at the Rangers. They can't keep up for him anymore. At that point, he demands Cosmo gigantify him, at which point he appears to be even more unstoppable. Now, in the midst of that, Levi and Monty find their way to the stage, and everyone starts booing him when the crowd was cheering for Galvanax's victory. Of course, when they try to confront them, their helmets get popped off and they reveal to be humans because, you know, Kudabots can't talk or anything. And they can't fart. Oh yes, Monty is farting something awful. And even made Cosmo pass out. So they hit the button to be sent to Earth, and that's the last we see of them for now. So great. But that still does not help the Rangers when they're fighting a giant superpowered Galvanax. That is until he starts getting injured because Odious has activated the new Mega Magnet, and is hurting him by trying to pull the steel directly out of his body. Has been liquefied now. And the Rangers are desperately trying to hold on to their stars. Except one little mishap. That asteroid from the last episode has new ninja steel on it. Also gets attracted. And it slams into the Warrior Dome and sends it flying off into space. Odious with it. That's a real shame, because it's been building up for a while that she was going to betray Galvanax. Who knows, maybe take her as a villain? But then she gets blasted off just like that so easily. I really want to see how things would happen with her in charge. Oh well. And then the Prism reappears and it's spinning extremely fast. Like when one of the Rangers uses one of their spinning attacks. And so ultimately they float up and start spinning with it. And they just tear through Galvanax. Just right through the center. All 8 of our new Rangers plus the Prism tear through him. And he finally is destroyed. He falls and explodes. Amazed that he can be defeated this way. So that's well and good. But then the Prism shows and it's all cracked and it's turned black. It has no energy left. Because its purpose was to seek out the power to destroy evil. And it succeeded. And now its energy is all used up. And since all the power stars get their energy from the Prism, they can't stabilize their existence and they turn to dust. But that's alright because it's over with, right? Everyone's fine. And so what happens is they just relax in the woods. They're catching up with Tyler's... Oh great, I got Dino Charge in the brain now. Brody and Levi's father. All catching up on how things happened up till now. And it's revealed that Mick is having a space taxi take him home to Lion Galaxy to meet his family. The princess fell true to her word, that's good. So he gets teleported out, that's the last we see of him. And so everyone goes on a happy life thinking about the future. That is, except in space, Odious crawls out of some wreckage, and she says she's not over yet. Well, she still has that asteroid of ninja steel just stuck to the ship. I'm sure she can do something with that. So she's not finished yet. Of course, back on Earth, we have one little scene with Levi and Victor. Monty and Victor. I'm getting all my names screwed up here. Anyway, those two are saying how they escaped, thanks to a special scent that kept the aliens at bay. At which point, the newscaster said that could be rather profitable. And of course they looked at each other with greedy eyes. Little do they know it's from Monty's insides that no one wants to see. Anyway, that ends off the episode. And man, this was a really good episode. We have some good action and the comedy relief with Victor and Monty. There, I got the names right this time. They were really well done. And they got a part in the main action. It's a shame we didn't see the rest of it with how they interacted with the scene. But it's fitting with them. Especially since this whole battle was their fault to begin with. But yeah, everything looks resolved except for that one little loose end of Odious and that asteroid. Of course, Redbot is still with them too. Well, he's always been with Brody. And there's one more episode left of the seasons. Who knows? Maybe Odious will make her last stand there. But oh yeah, I pretty much explained everything happening in this episode. And it was really fun to see. But yeah, definitely seek this one out. This was a great episode. It was really climactic. So of course it should have been great. Anyway, I'm Jargus Ranger. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time for the final episode of this season. Until then, let the power protect you.